Kawhi Leonard was the best player in basketball. It's the only time in his life he's been the best player in basketball.
Yeah, you go back to that finals when LeBron was with the Heat and Kawhi was with the Spurs, and you're talking about shutting LeBron James down. It didn't quite play out that way. Did he limit LeBron James? Absolutely. But that just goes with the standard that we judge LeBron James with versus everybody else. Now, Kawhi Leonard, what he did in the postseason with the Raptors last year, that was special. There's no denying that. But up until what we saw last year, LeBron James had been in the NBA Finals for the better part of this decade every single year. So LeBron James, in terms of the longevity, I think you have to give him the nod. But in looking at their actual impact this year, Kawhi Leonard has played in 10 of the 15 games his team has played in. LeBron James is always available for the Lakers right now. LeBron James has impacted the game not only on the offensive side, but on the defensive side. To me, that's the biggest step that this Lakers team has made.
That's new, Chris.
Yeah, you can say that's new, but LeBron James has been a part of leading the best defensive team in the NBA right now. They have the best defensive rating. You can't argue that. And LeBron James...
Does he lead them defensively, though?
He does lead them defensively. I'm watching the game. I'm watching the game.
I might say Avery Bradley a little more to start it off. I might say Dwight Howard as far as leading them defensively.
With Dwight Howard and with Anthony Davis, those guys are going to offer a rim protection. But LeBron James, in terms of being able to guard pretty much the primary ball handler for every team, I think that kind of versatility is what the Lakers are going to need, especially once we get to the postseason. Now, I think that this will all get worked out once we get to the playoffs because the Clippers and the Lakers are going to be on a collision course to play one another. But in terms of how both players are playing right now, I don't think there's any comparison. LeBron James is the better player.
Both Lakers and Clippers play tonight, both of them. I am certain LeBron's playing. I got no idea if Kawhi's playing. And you mentioned, we talked about all these things without mentioning something that strikes me as relevant. This year, LeBron James leads the NBA in assists. The whole league, all the point guards, all the players, leads them in assists by a wide margin. Playmaking is a big part of being a great player. Kawhi Leonard has one double-digit assist game. In his, not this season, in his career. And you can say, oh, Kawhi Leonard shows up to defend every night. Well, he used to. That definitely was the case for him, especially before he had to be his team's leading option. But I'm old enough to remember 9 days ago against the Houston Rockets where they're playing a zone defense, and when they're not playing a zone defense, Kawhi Leonard is standing in the corner guarding P.J. Tucker because they could have used somebody to stop Harden from dropping, I think it was 47 on their head, but Kawhi was not game for it that evening. So if we want to pick, again, if we want to pick the window of May of 2019 into June of 2019, Kawhi gets the nod. Every other month of this man's life, including this one, LeBron James been the far better player.
Let me challenge this to both of you guys. And Chris, you know this is a little bit of fool's gold. Now, we're going to draw away from what the Lakers done. They've been great. They've been defending. They beat 3 teams over 500. They beat 3 basketball teams. So while you want to say LeBron's this amazing defender, the Lakers are, and they are, let's not discredit that. They beat 3 teams over 500. Secondly, Kawhi Leonard plays off the basketball. He's not the type of player. It's not his DNA to have assists. I don't think you diminish. You cannot diminish a guy playing off the ball versus a guy on the ball and challenge assists. I would obviously give LeBron the nod there, but we have to find a way to match these guys up head to head. And last I checked, how's LeBron's body feel from playing late into June?
Well, what do you mean?
Because he didn't play. Because he didn't.
After 8 straight 100-game seasons, you're right, one time he didn't. Kawhi had a 60-game season one year into June, and now he's played 2/3 of the basketball games. And for a guy who's not on the ball a lot, 5 turnovers per game, which equals his assists per game in the month of November, finds a way to turn the ball over a lot for someone who's not on the ball. Listen, Kawhi is a top 5 player in this league when healthy. He's not even healthy right now. He's right now the 4th best player in his own city.
Nick. That's out of control, Nick. That's out of control. If he's healthy, he's the best player. Hey, how do we neglect what this man did in the playoffs last year?
If he's healthy, what we're seeing right now is not the same version of Kawhi Leonard that we saw in the NBA playoffs. So we can't assign him that for the 2019-2020 season.
I'm also excited to know that you believe Dirk Nowitzki at one point was the best player in the world, that Steph Curry was the best player in the world, that all these guys, while Kobe or whomever else was still playing, who I know you love, that those guys were the best players in the world. That's interesting.
I will challenge
Chauncey Billups wore the belt.
No.
Hey, Chauncey.
Shout
out.
But that's why I say head to head. If Kobe Bryant matched up against Dirk Nowitzki,
They
even after
played
winning
him
a
head-to-head, and
championship,
LeBron went 37 and 12
I'm
in a
saying
game
Kobe
7
would
and
get busy.
1. Okay.
I just don't buy it. I don't buy
We
it.
saw them head-to-head the year before.
What did LeBron do when Kawhi had the basketball? When
We
Kawhi
gotta
was
take a
guarding him?
break. Ryan, thank you so much. Much more First Things First right after this.
Spicy
Why
Friday.
do you get better than Paul George first, and then you can...
Forget about vacuuming for months. The Roomba i7 Plus with clean base automatic dirt disposal and allergen lock bags that trap 99